Hey guys, happy Sunday. I hope you're good. Here we are with a weekly reading then. So this is where I'm going to pull 7 cards to represent the week ahead and we're going to see what is going on. I always clarify using a second deck over on my YouTube, so you can search Microblonde Tarot or you can find the link in my bio if you're watching anywhere else. I always extend it using a second deck, using some oracle cards. We get into the details and see what's going on. So here we go. The week ahead, is it going to be a good one? Let's hope so. The 3 of Cups, the Knight of Swords, the Queen of Cups, the 3 of Swords, the 2 of Cups, and the Chariot, 4, 5, 6, and the 8 of Swords, 7. Okay. A bit of a mixed bag, but it's interesting to me that it's all cups and swords, except for the one major arcana, which is the Chariot. Okay, let's get into it. So we open with the 3 of Cups. The 3 of Cups is about celebration. It's about celebrating each other. It's about celebrating friendships and groups and the people that we're close to, the people that we care about. So it could be an actual celebration, like a friend's birthday or baby shower, or getting a new job, or just spending time and reconnecting with friends or people that you care about that maybe you've not spent time with or not been able to see for a long time. Yes, occasionally this card for me as a reader can represent a third party situation, but it's going to depend what we get when we clarify with the second deck. And in a weekly spread, I would say that this is much more likely to represent some kind of celebration, some kind of coming together, celebrating closeness and friendship. Okay, day 2, the Knight of Swords. So the Knight of Swords is all about taking action. This person is running towards the bike to take some kind of action forward. And on the sole of the shoe, they are running on logic. And we know that the swords represent how we think and our mindset. So there could be something here where you're being asked to take action, or you're being called to take some sort of action to move forward in your life, but you're also being reminded to move logically or think logically before you act. Okay, that can also be a message. Sometimes for me, this is one of the cards that represents somebody else taking some kind of action towards you, like an incoming energy. But again, we will clarify that with the second deck. Then we get day 3, the Queen of Cups. So the cups represent emotions and feelings and equilibrium within ourselves. And the Queen of Cups, she's the most loving queen. She's giving, she's open-hearted, she's loving. She can represent working in the kind of fields like nursing and teaching and healing and caregiving. But sometimes the Queen of Cups is so busy giving to everyone else around her that she forgets to give back to herself. Okay, so there can be a message here that you need to refill your own cup, that you cannot keep giving, that you cannot pour from an empty cup. All of those kind of cliches come out here. It could also represent that you're feeling very much emotional, maybe emotions getting the better of you. Or it can also represent that you are ready to give something in terms of love, and you're feeling open-hearted and ready to give. Okay, then we get day 4, the 3 of Swords. So the 3 of Swords can represent emotional heartache, pain, recovery, healing. Occasionally it can represent things like surgery and things like that, but this wouldn't be something unexpected. Okay, really the 3 of Swords is about repairing yourself from some sort of emotional turmoil. But again, with the swords, this may be more in your head than it is in reality. So perhaps you are expecting the worst, perhaps you are keeping yourself in a state of fear about something, perhaps you're even finding it hard to heal from something, and maybe this is the action that you need to take, because sometimes we can get sort of stuck in a loop and we can find it very hard to move forward. Okay, and then we get on day 5, the 2 of Cups. So the 2 of Cups is a soulmate energy. It's a very mutual energy. The hands are joined. Occasionally for me, this can represent an engagement or a marriage, or, 2 people officially coming together. It's a very mutual attraction. It's like mutual feelings more than anything, because the cups are our emotions. Okay, so 2 cups being poured into equally. So this can represent a new love connection. This can represent the deepening of an existing connection. This could even represent a new soulmate coming into your life. And depending how you feel and your beliefs, I believe personally we have more than one soulmate. We have like a soul family in each lifetime, but perhaps there is a new one about to come in. We also then have, on day 6, the Chariot. The Chariot is the only major arcana here today, and this does represent forward action, driving the Chariot forward, taking the reins of your life to move forward. Sometimes it can happen rapidly or unexpectedly, and the Chariot is sometimes a reminder that we need to take hold of the reins a little bit more. So instead of waiting for something to happen, instead of being passive, it can be a message of being more proactive or being more active in your own destiny and your own path. Okay, and then we get day 7, the 8 of Swords. So the 8 of Swords can be an energy of overthinking, feeling trapped in your mindset, feeling stuck, unable to clearly see a way forward. But what I would say is, the energy this week is very much about taking action to move forward, or taking action to put yourself in a position where you can feel more emotionally balanced. But your head is getting in the way. Your overthinking and your fear and your doubt is what is holding you back at this time. So even if you don't know where you're going to be in 2 months' time or 3 months' time, the message is take one day at a time and take some kind of small steps. For example, if you're looking for a new job, send out a CV randomly, or fill in their application. If you're looking for a new relationship, maybe refresh your dating profile, or agree to, go out with friends, or say yes to an invitation. Small steps will lead to bigger change in the long term. But at the moment, you're just keeping yourself stuck through fear, or fear of being hurt, or fear of repeating something that you've been through previously. So there needs to be a little bit of shift in mindset and action, and the two together will move you forward. Okay, so we're going to clarify using the second deck. If you can stick around, please do. If not, I'll see you soon. Okay, let's clarify the week ahead using the Dark Mansion Tarot. This is the Light Seers Tarot, and we're going to see what's going on. So, 3 of Cups. Let's see, Monday, 3 of Cups. Celebrating, spending time with friends, reconnecting. Let's have a look. 3 of Cups. Okay. The Devil and the Death card. Okay, 9 of Swords. There's been some kind of separation here, and it feels like this could be to do with friends or family. The 9 of Swords is fear. Fear may be holding you back. The Death card shows that there has been like an ending to a cycle, but it's also an energy of resurrection and beginning again. The Devil can sometimes be a warning, that if someone is trying to reconnect with you, have they really changed? Is there still a negative energy here? Is there still an energy of like control or negativity with the situation? We've got Courage, and we've got 7 of Swords. I think that there's someone here maybe that wants to reach out to you or wants to reconnect with you. This could be a friendship that soured quite badly, or something happened where you felt that this person was a very negative influence in your life, and for that reason you distance yourself or you cut them off. But now it feels like perhaps they want to resurrect something or reconnect. But this may not just be you and one other person, because we get 3 here. So this could be a group of 3 or more. Maybe there's been a falling out in a wider or a bigger scale. I would still be a little bit careful about whether this person's intentions are pure as such, because we do get the 7 of Swords. So it could be that they broke your trust at some point in the past, or it could be an indication of just being wary about whether you can trust their intentions to be completely honest, Okay, the Knight of Swords, taking some sort of action, moving forward with some kind of logical plan or logical action. The 8 of Swords again, the 6 of Cups, the Page of Swords. Okay, this is a past energy or a link to the past. 8 of Swords again is overthinking or feeling trapped, but this could actually be someone else coming forward or trying to reconnect with you. The Monday and the Tuesday could actually be linked to the same scenario, to be honest. because the Seven of Pentacles is out as well, which represents trying to rebuild something, or sort of trying to plant some kind of seeds that maybe can grow in the future. We do get Page of Swords, which can be taken as a kind of watching energy or gathering information. Perhaps they've seen you out and about, perhaps you've bumped into each other, perhaps they've popped up on your social media or something like that. The Empress is just reminding you to stay in your power. So I feel like this is more of an incoming energy. Yes, it can be a message for you to move forward with logic and take some kind of action to protect yourself. But also this could be an incoming energy. Monday, Tuesday could be interlinked of some kind of reconnection, or somebody that wants to like repair something. Okay, day 3, Queen of Cups. Are you going to be open to this? Are you going to be open to this? The Fool, new beginnings, perhaps. Perhaps the 10 of Wands, the 9 of Wands, and the Chariot. I feel like you will give this person a chance, or this situation a chance, because you are open-hearted and you are kind of open to the idea. But it is also saying with the 9 of Wands, protect yourself a little bit as well. So don't go in and give 110% straight away until you know that this person can be consistent, and until you know that this situation, this person's going to show up and they're going to, you know, put things right, and they mean what they say, and all of, you know, that kind of stuff. If it's not linked in, because it's not going to be linked in for everyone, then Wednesday is about taking a new journey or a new opportunity, a new pathway, which will enable you to move forward. So it's the same kind of message that we're getting for the whole week. There's something here where you've got to free yourself from being stuck. I feel like this has been coming out for weeks, really, a similar message. Yeah, because even on day 4 with this 3 of Swords, this emotional upset or heartache, it's saying that you have the tools to change things, a magician. I feel like you're looking outside of yourself. You're the Hierophant. You're looking outside of yourself for answers. You're looking outside of yourself for somebody else maybe to fix something. But it's time to reframe your mindset and realise that you are in control. You can do this. You can make changes. You can make hard decisions. You can walk away from people that are not serving you or not supporting you. It's about claiming your power back. It's about claiming back ownership of your own decisions and your own actions a little bit more. 2 of Cups, the High Priestess, Temperance, the Tower. So yeah, it feels like after a difficult time with this two of Cups, you're coming back into alignment. This can even be coming back into alignment with your soul's journey, but it could be somebody new coming in. The High Priestess may be unexpected, because the High Priestess is things unseen, but it can also be spiritually guided, which a soulmate connection would be. Temperance is feeling balance. This connection may bring balance to your life, or make you feel calmer, or make you feel more at peace. And there could be a work connection here with the 3 of Pentacles. But this does follow a Tower, which means perhaps you've been going through quite a rough time, and now you're ready to sort of build something new, or you're ready to love again. Okay, the Chariot. Where are we headed then on this Chariot? Where are we heading on this Chariot? The 6 of Pentacles, some sort of exchange. The Hermit, the King of Wands, and the Sun. The Chariot is ultimately going to lead you towards happiness and positivity. Once you take control, I feel you need to come out of hermit mode a little bit. So maybe you've been feeling quite antisocial, or you've just been spending a lot of time on your own, or you've been ruminating a lot about things. But even with this King of Wands here, yes, it could be a masculine energy, incoming energy. There's fire here, especially Leo. But we've also got the 6 of Pentacles, some sort of exchange. So this could be good news about money, or a job, or an opportunity. But once again, the message is taking hold of those reins and coming out of your shell a little bit, coming out of that hermit mentality. Okay, Sunday, the 8 of Swords, feeling trapped, feeling confused. Three of Wands, options, opportunities, the Hanged Man. There's so much energy here about needing to shift your perspective. How you're looking at something is what's keeping you stuck. Expecting the worst, dwelling on the past, expecting the past to repeat itself, having like a lack mindset. All of this kind of energy is what's keeping you stuck a little bit. You are coming to a crossroads now. There are different paths opening up. There are different choices opening up. But it's almost like you think whatever you choose or whatever you do is going to have a negative outcome. Because the Five of Cups is like dwelling on the past or the worst case. In fact, it's quite the opposite with the Queen of Pentacles. This could lead you to being very successful, very grounded, very secure, very financially abundant. But the Hanged Man is saying you can't stay where you are. You can't hang out where you are anymore. The perspective needs to change. For example, if this is like applying for a job that you keep saying, oh, I'm not qualified enough, I'm not good enough, I'm not going to get it, I'm too old, I'm too young, whatever it is, your limiting beliefs are keeping you stuck. This whole week is about shifting your mindset. Watch some manifestation videos, watch some of my previous videos on YouTube. Shifting your mindset will shift your reality. I know that a lot of people will find that hard. It's not easy. I'm not saying it's easy to feel positive when you don't feel positive, but even small steps, small changes in how you think and how you approach things. Let's see what the Oracle wants to add. Regret or sadness, lessons learned, time for a new direction. Okay, so yeah, maybe you've been through something hard and, you know, that's not nice and you're still reeling from it or recovering from it. But there are lessons to be learned from this, and then you can move forward. Changes are coming for you. Changes are opening up for you, and you are ready to rebuild. Yes, there has been a tower for a lot of you. There has been a tower, but this is now a phase of rebuilding. And then that will bring a lot more inner peace and calm within you when you know that the worst is over, okay? And now you are ready for a new phase, a new chapter. I hope it helps. Let me know.